Welcome to Bamboo Podcast number 11, Getting a Man's Haircut. This is Bamboo Podcast, episode 11. I'm your host, Sahar Walai. Today's podcast, called Getting a Man's Haircut, is a dialogue between one of my friends, Kasra, as the client and me as the hairdresser at a beauty salon. You will hear the dialogue twice. The first time we speak at a slow rate of speech, and in the end, after the description, you will hear it again, but this time at a normal rate of speech. So, let's go.
It's been almost 3 months since I got a haircut, and I went to the barbershop where I always get it cut. But when I got there, the barbershop had been replaced by a hair salon. Hi, I used to get my hair cut at the barbershop that was here.
Yeah, they closed. We've been open for about a month. I can cut your hair.
I guess that's okay.
Why don't you come over here and sit down? What do you have in mind?
Well, as you can see, my hair is pretty curly. When it's long, it looks like an afro. I want it to be a lot shorter, but I don't want a buzz cut.
Are you sure you want to cut it? If you keep it long, you could have great dreadlocks.
I'm not sure that style would work for me.
Okay then, how about if I cut it short on the sides, leave the bangs medium length, and then keep the back long?
No, I don't think that would work either. I'd like it an inch off the collar in back, above the ears, no sideburns, with a part down the right side. I really just need a trim.
How about if I shave your head? You'd look great bald.
No, I definitely don't want that. You know what? I just remembered that I'm supposed to be somewhere else right now.
Oh, are you sure? I'm sure I know exactly what you want.
I'm sure you do, but I really have to go. I left that hair salon as quickly as I could. Who knows what would have happened if I stayed there? She may have given me a mohawk.
We're getting our haircut in this episode of the podcast. The story begins with Kasra saying that it has been almost 3 months since he had his hair cut last, and he goes to a barber shop where he always gets it cut. A barber shop is a place where men get their hair cut, and a barber is a person who cuts the hair. The story continues by Kasra saying that the barber shop was gone when he went back, and it had been replaced by a hair salon. A hair salon is a place where women get their hair cut, although men can also get their hair cut sometimes at a hair salon. The dialogue begins with Kasra saying to the hairdresser, the woman who works at the hair salon, that he used to get his hair cut at the barber shop. She says that the barber shop is closed, but that she can cut his hair. Now you can tell Kasra is not quite sure he wants her to cut his hair, but he says okay. The hairdresser then asks him to come and sit down and then says, "What do you have in mind?" Meaning, what are you thinking? What are your ideas? Kasra says, "Well, my hair is pretty curly." When we say hair is curly, we mean it's not straight. It's like in little circles. Curly is the opposite of straight hair. Kasra says that when his hair is long, it looks like an afro. An afro is when you have very curly hair that sticks out of your head, almost like a stick. And so you have this big bowl of hair above you. This was a hairstyle popular in the 1960s, especially among some African American men. Well, Kasra says that he wants his hair cut short, but he doesn't want a buzz cut. A buzz cut is when your hair is cut very close to your head, that you only have just little bit of hair. The reason it is called a buzz cut is because normally it is done with an electric razor. A razor is the little machine that has like scissors in it. We would call them blades, the things that actually cut the hair. And an electric razor makes a sound that sounds like buzz, and so it's called a buzz cut. And it is something that when you join the military, the army, for example, you are given a buzz cut. They cut off all your hair and get it very short. It's not the same as taking all of the hair off. They leave a little bit of hair on your head. Well, the hairdresser says, "Are you sure you want to cut your hair?" She suggests to Kasra that he keep it long, and he could have great dreadlocks. Dreadlocks is when you have long, curly hair, but it goes down. It's like having strings of hair that go down towards your shoulder. You can think of the famous reggae musicians such as Bob Marley. He had dreadlocks. Well, Kasra says that he doesn't think that it's a good idea for him. The hairdresser suggests then that she cut his hair short on the sides, leaving the bangs medium and the back long. When we talk about the sides, we mean the part of the head above the ear, between the ear and the top of the head, on the right side and the left side. The bangs are the hairs that go over the top of your head, the forehead, or front of your head. That word, bangs, has many different meanings in English. Kasra says that he doesn't think that's a good idea either. He says, I don't think that would work. I don't think it would look good on me. He tells the hairdresser that he wants the hair an inch off the collar. The collar is actually the top of your shirt. So when he says to the hairdresser, I want it an inch off the collar, he means he wants it an inch above the collar, that the hair should stop 1 inch above his collar. He also says that he wants the hair cut above the ears, meaning that there should be no hair covering the ears. He says he wants no sideburns. Sideburns, one word, is hair that goes on the side of your face, left side and right side. But it goes down like a line down the sides of your face. This was a very popular style back in the 1970s to have sideburns. Well, Kasra says he does not want to have sideburns. He wants a part down the right side. A part is the line in the hair where you divide it. So you comb it one way on one side of the part and another way on the other side of the part. You can have a part down the middle. You can have a part down the right side of your head or the left side of your head. Kasra says he really just wants a trim. When you go to the barber shop or hair salon and you say you want a trim, you're saying you just want your hair cut a little. You're not looking to have the whole thing done. The hairdresser says, how about if I shave your head? You'd look great bald. How about means, do you like this idea? Or do you want me to shave your head? To shave means to remove all of your hair so you have no hair at all. Usually, you have to use a razor, what we would call a hand razor, that has 1 blade or 2 blades that cut the hair right to your skin. And if you do that, if you have no hair, we say you are bald. Kasra says that he doesn't want to have his head shaved. He realizes that this was not a good idea to go to the hair salon, so he gives the hairdresser an excuse. He says, I just remembered that I'm supposed to be somewhere else right now. This is a kind of typical excuse that you would tell someone if you want to leave right away. Oh, I have to go. I have to be somewhere else right now. I'm supposed to be somewhere else right now. The hairdresser says, "Oh, are you sure? I know what exactly you want." And Kasra says that he has to go. At the end of the dialogue, he says that he's not sure what would have happened if he had stayed at the hair salon. He says maybe she would give him a mohawk. A mohawk is a style of hair, a haircut where you have the head shaved on the sides, but you leave an inch or two of hair going down the middle of your head. It's called a mohawk after an American Indian tribe, the Mohawk tribe. Although actually it was not the style used by the Mohawks. That's a mistake. But we still call it a mohawk. This was very popular in the 1970s among punk rockers, musicians who played punk style of rock music. Now, let's listen to the dialogue, this time at a native rate of speech.
It's been almost 3 months since I got a haircut, and I went to the barbershop where I always get it cut. But when I got there, the barbershop had been replaced by a hair salon. Hi, I used to get my hair cut at the barbershop that was here.
Yeah, they closed. We've been open for about a month. I can cut your hair.
I guess that's okay.
Why don't you come over here and sit down? What do you have in mind?
Well, as you can see, my hair is pretty curly. When it's long, it looks like an afro. I want it to be a lot shorter, but I don't want a buzz cut.
Are you sure you want to cut it? If you keep it long, you could have great dreadlocks.
I'm not sure that style would work for me.
Okay then, how about if I cut it short on the sides, leave the bangs medium length, and then keep the back long?
No, I don't think that would work either. I'd like it an inch off the collar in back, above the ears, no sideburns. With the part down the right side, I really just need a trim.
How about if I shave your head? You'd look great bald.
No, I definitely don't want that. I just remembered that I'm supposed to be somewhere else right now.
Oh, are you sure? I'm sure I know what exactly you want.
I'm sure you do, but I really have to go. I left that hair salon as quickly as I could. Who knows what would have been happen if I stayed? Who knows what would have happened if I stayed there? She may have given me a mohawk.
This is the end of today's podcast. If you have a question or comment about our podcasts, please write your comments here. We'd be glad to hear from you. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.